So, you're thinking about moving to Baltimore, Maryland, and you want to know Hey, I'm John Ruckman. I'm the Charm City Property Dude, and these are the 5 top reasons I can think about as to why to raise your family here in Baltimore, Maryland. And I am going to be brutally honest with you when it comes to this city, because there is things here that I do not like. And yeah, we're going to get to it right now. So the top reason I would say move here to Baltimore City is there, no matter the neighborhood, whether it is... Let me back up the boat here. So my mother has been married a couple of times, and she did not fool around with husbands. If they beat or cheated or any of that stuff, she left. So my father and my grandparents all lived in the same house up in Hamden. It was a little 2-bedroom row home, and as a baby, I remember that place being so much bigger than what it was. And they were all Baltimore City police officers. My father was a Baltimore City police officer, and I remember them coming in. And the best part about that house was the community. Everybody knew everybody. All the police officers, they walked the beat back then. They all knew everybody. They knew the places, the people, and the things that they did. And what I love about this city is it's still the same way. Everybody is kind of in your business, but you know, they look out for everybody. You have the local stores, like if you're in Hamden or on Federal Hill or down here in Canton, they all have these local stores and get-togethers, and I absolutely love it. So the top reason I love Baltimore City is the camaraderie. People look after each other, especially within the neighborhoods. Number 4, the best reason is each neighborhood has its own set of shops. It has its mom and pop shop. I remember as a kid, my grandmother would send me to the store, which was like a block away, and they'd send me with a note to go get beer, cigarettes. They used to be able to do that back then, but now I guess you can't send your kid to go in to get that stuff. They're worried that the kid, you know, your 8-year-old kid's going to go out there and start drinking. But you could literally go up there, because again, everybody knew everybody. And that's the top 4 that is the 4th reason why I love this city, is because they had all these little stores and all these little shops, and they're all close together. Alright, so I'm going to be brutally honest here. The one thing I absolutely hate about this city is the waste management in this city. I don't know what it is about the trash, or maybe it's just some of the people in the city who just don't take pride in the city. And I don't care what you do. I don't care how many times you pick up the trash. There's always more trash. And I guess that's with any city living. I absolutely love New York City. And I got a truck going by. I absolutely love New York City. I absolutely love New York City. I would go up to New York City to audition a variety of different TV shows, and trash is all over up there. So I guess it's just the city living. But here, I have a house that I'm flipping, and it's actually at the end of a wind tunnel, and it seems like every time there's recycle, the wind blows and recycle goes all over the place. So that is the one thing I absolutely hate about the city, is the trash. Oh, you know, it's funny, B-roll, all of a sudden you start taping, you got big truck that's hitting the speed bumps at 90 mile an hour, making lots of noise. Okay, so the top 3rd reason I love this city is no one, and I mean no one, comes together like this city does for Christmas and the holidays. You've got the lights on 33rd Street, and you've got the those are the houses that have the different colors, and they got the lights going back and forth. All the stuff for Christmas. They have the Inner Harbor, they have the ice skating ring, they have all these programs. Everybody gets together for Christmas down here. I love that about this town, and they really, people in Maryland in general really take pride in putting up their Christmas lights. So there's never a time I haven't gone where there wasn't like the riding through lights here in the Inner Harbor or light displays anywhere. The number 2 thing I love about Baltimore City, absolutely love Baltimore, is that no matter where you go, there's something to do. Like, I'm sitting here in Canton right now getting ready to go into THB Bagel, my favorite bagel place, by the way. But there's the bagel shop. You get bagels. I'm close to 95, so I can jump on 95 and head south to Florida or head north to New York. It's literally close to everything. If I want to go buy a house, a waterfront property, I have the Canton Water Park here. Great for jogging, walking. There's the water taxi that takes you across the other side to Locust Point. Locust Point, Fort Avenue, McHenry Grove. Another great place for raising the family. You can, stroll your kids down the street. They've got the Francis Scott Key Elementary School over there. I mean, great places. You can go down the neighborhood. You can jog. You can walk. You can bike. You can take your kids. And when I say parks, there's so many parks there. There's like Patterson Park. There's Wyman Park. And they're so huge and massive. My mother got remarried, and their house was located just to the north side of Patterson Park. So, like, I remember going down to the basketball courts, and there was the city pool, and there's a swing set and the jungle gym. And I remember these things about Baltimore City. And it's not just like local to just there. They're all over the place. There's always something to do for you and your children to do. You walk your dog. I mean, you go here, the Canton Water Park here, and you play with your dog. I saw some people out there playing frisbee. So that's the number two thing I absolutely love about the city. Now listen, I understand that you may not like the city. So in my family, my mother we lived in the city. My grandparents, my father, my mother, they all grew up in the city here. My grandfather grew up in Hamden. My step grandparents moved into Patterson Park, which is considered Elwood. We've all grown up in the city, loved it. We've seen the changes within the city. I mean, it used to be a time that you could always walk down the street. You could always do your thing as long as you had your city sense. And I agree, there is crime here, but it is in like pockets. And I was explaining this to one of my clients the other day. It's in pockets. And as I see the contractors going up the block remodeling these houses, it is pushing the crime right out of the city. So I understand if you don't want to live here, and my family moved out to Harford County and I live in a 3,000 square foot house. Listen, I like the openness of the house. So when I come back down to the city and I see a $400,000 row home that's like 900 square feet, and granted, it's got all the stuff. It's got granite countertops, stainless steel appliances, but there's something about wanting more space. I cut the grass every week. I live out in the county. That's particular to me. So if you don't like the city or you don't want to move into the city, the number one best thing about this is that the surrounding counties, you got Harford County, Baltimore County, you got Carroll County, Howard County. No matter where you go, you're so close to the city. If your job is here, then you're really close. You're 45 minutes in any direction. You can get a house that's out in the middle of nowhere if you want. But again, all these places all have Walmarts nearby. They got the Home Depots nearby. You're never too far away that you can't get to these things quickly. You're never in like a non-food destination. All these places have restaurants, Outback Steakhouse, the American Steakhouse, and that is the number one thing that I love about Baltimore, Maryland. There is just so much of everything for you to do in every one of these counties, and every one of the city places here all have something for your family, whether it's a dog park. If dogs are your thing and you love your dogs, I'm a pet friendly guy. I love dogs, but it is the dog parks. I love those. Or you got like the Mom Pa Trail, which is a trail, the NCR Trail, which you can jog, walk, bike, walk your kids down. There's always something to do with the rec councils. There's so much stuff to do here. You can kind of get lost, but that is the number one thing that I love about Baltimore, Maryland. It is not like you're out in the middle of nowhere. It's easy access to everything. We even have a cruise terminal down here in Baltimore right off the pier. That's a great thing. Most places you have to go to Florida or New York, but we got one right here. So you're not in desolation. You're not too far away. And if you move out to the county, as long as you got a decent car to get back and forth to work, you're golden. And you can have a great house up there. And the price ranges, you can get anywhere from an apartment for $1,000 a month all the way up to $1 million, $2 million home. And that is the 5 reasons why I think Baltimore, Maryland, and the surrounding counties are an awesome place to raise a family. I've grown up here. There's nothing wrong Nothing. There's nothing wrong with me. So yeah, I think this is great. So listen, I enjoyed doing this video, and I get a lot of phone calls, emails, and text messages from great people just like you. I absolutely love it. I love it. So if you call, text, or email me any day, night, or weekend, anytime at all, don't worry, I've got your back when it comes to real estate. Again, I'm John Ruckman. I'm the Charm City property dude, and this was a fun video to put together about how much I love Maryland, Baltimore, and the surrounding counties. Hey, yeah, so check out these videos right here.